Guys, it's the 2025 hasn't even ended yet, and we're already talking about a potential super fight, crossover fight, starring Ronda Rousey versus Katie Taylor. Yes, guys, I said Ronda Rousey, and I also said Katie Taylor. And apparently Netflix loves the whole thing. They want it, guys. So welcome back to Duality 7X, guys. I'm your host, Shiraz. If you guys are new here, new to this channel, this is where we break down stories like this, guys. Everything that's trending in the world of MMA, UFC, especially when it comes to the WWE and the wild, wild world of boxing. Here we talk about stuff. There's no fluff. It's real fight talk, breakdowns, real opinions, and all the fight drama that your heart can endure, guys. And if you guys are new, please, please, please smash the like and the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you guys never miss a beat. So here's the big buzz, guys. Ronda Rousey, the OG. Ronda Rousey, the former face of the women's MMA, like she was everywhere. Everybody used to talk about Ronda Rousey. Every single person, everybody who had an interest in the world of MMA, who had an interest in the UFC, knew of Ronda Rousey. Okay, this is how big of an athlete, how big of a fighter, how big of a star she was, right? And not just to the world of MMA, folks, right? But to the world of wrestling, the WWE. I mean, ever since she broke into the World Wrestling Entertainment, it has been nothing but pure stardom for Ronda Rousey. Okay, she did a phenomenal job in her character that she played on WWE. What an amazing athlete, guys. And now the woman who literally built the UFC's women's division is in serious discussions about a possible return. And I'm not talking about MMA, right? Because that's kind of where everyone's thoughts are. Woo, she's coming back into the octagon? No, but she wants to fight Katie Taylor in a crossover super fight next summer. And it gets wilder. The event is reportedly catching Netflix attention. So, Netflix are all in. They want a piece of this. And guess what? The money, it's just going to be stupid. Okay, come on, guys. It's Ronda Rousey, Katie Taylor, crossover super fight. Yeah, the money's going to be sick. 100%, right? So look, these are two legends from two different worlds, okay? Ronda Rousey has not fought in almost a decade. I mean, last time that we saw her, she was fighting Amanda Nunes. And Amanda Nunes gave her a serious head kick that some argue kicked her right out of the MMA, right out of UFC and into the arms of the World Wrestling Entertainment. But Ronda's becoming a household name in the World Wrestling Entertainment. She's created a lot more market appeal, like a lot more fandom. You know, she's proven herself to be a very, very good wrestler. And so she once, once dubbed as the baddest woman on the planet, she's still quite bad. Like, she is one tough mama. And I would never, ever want to walk down an alley late at night and Ronda Rousey on the other end, because she'll whoop your, you know what, into tomorrow. Okay? So yes, she is still one of the most recognizable names on the planet. Ronda Rousey is not a joke. She is and was, you know, a very, very serious contender, a very serious athlete. Now, that said, again, she hasn't fought in almost a decade, right? So Katie Taylor, though, I mean, she's been breaking records. She's active. You know, she's chasing titles. And I mean, like, can you imagine Katie Taylor? Like, she's at the top of the mountain, guys, right? What do you think Katie Taylor is saying to herself? I'll take this fight because Ronda hasn't thrown a competitive punch in almost 10 years. She's not tough anymore. She's soft, right? So, I mean, this could be, honestly, guys, legitimately one of the biggest women's fights of all time. Bigger than Serrano versus Taylor, bigger than anything in MMA, bigger than anything in boxing, bigger than anything in the WWE. And I love these guys. I love this crossover style events because we talk about crossover fighting all the time, and this is what I live for, guys. This is the opportunity to see. This is the opportunity to see your favorite fighters, in different worlds come together. It's kind of like the equivalent of watching, kind of the equivalent of thinking about seeing Marvel superheroes and DC superheroes in one movie. Wouldn't that be unbelievable, guys? Could happen. It just could happen. Yeah. I mean, I know. James Gunn's been talking to the Russo brothers about a possibility of, Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Universe kind of coming together in some films. Guys, at the end of the day, it's all about money. And when I talk about money, Netflix is like, the execs at Netflix love this idea. They think this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be great, and it's going to bring in a lot of dollars. And I think they're right. I really think they're right. And so, I mean, talks have officially started on both sides from what we know. The location apparently is still being discussed, could be in Vegas. And the time frame, we're talking about next year summer. Okay, but nobody knows exactly when. Just remember, the White House UFC fight card is supposed to happen on June 14th. So it's got to be after that. So is it going to be boxing? Is it going to be MMA gloves? Is it going to be like a hybrid style kind of an event? Like something like Ngannou versus Fury with some twist potentially? I mean, look, if Netflix is involved, that means they'll want something big, flashy, something with kind of like that global marketing appeal. Okay? And yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in those meetings because it's going to be big. Now, I would love to see, like, look, when I think of Ronda Rousey and I think of Katie Taylor, right? A boxing match against Katie Taylor? Oh, I don't know. Katie's been fighting, like high elite, top tier competition for years on straight. Okay, and realistically, Ronda hasn't faced any real pressure since like 2015, 2016. So, I mean, if this is straight up boxing, I'm sorry, I don't think Ronda's going to be able to contend with that. If it's hybrid, I mean, it gets interesting. I think Ronda has a good chance. But I mean, when it comes to like grappling, jiu-jitsu, judo, clinching, anything that involves like under the umbrella of grappling, I mean, now we could potentially have a really good fight on hands, guys, right? In a pure boxing ring, I think Katie, her footwork, her speed, her recent activity, her being active status, I think it'll overwhelm Ronda Rousey, honestly. And this is not to undermine Ronda Rousey or to say she's not at the same level as, look, she isn't right now at the same level as Katie Taylor, okay? But that's not to say that she doesn't have the potential to reclaim some of that madness, some of that magic that she once had. She gets back in to her training regimen and starts getting serious. We could have a very, very good fight on our hands, guys. But what kind of a Ronda Rousey are we going to get? All right. I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a spectacle, isn't it? I mean, this is the kind of hype that's going to sell tickets, that's going to create a lot of buzz on social media. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this kind of an event. And with all the different events that are already starting to lock in their dates for next year, I'm not surprised that they're already talking about this crossover super fight potentially happening because people want to lock in their dates and get in early so they can actually start to market this thing. I mean, this is going to be insane, guys. I mean, 100%. So like if Ronda can actually pull this off, and if she comes out victorious, I mean, the internet's going to go into meltdown, right? Women's combat sports is going to shift overnight, 100%. Netflix becomes a new king of combat promotions. And you know what? If either way, it's a win-win situation for both fighters, because if Katie wins this, obviously this is going to help her brand. It's going to help her legacy. It's going to help her stock continue to go higher. She becomes the woman who beat an MMA icon, and becomes like that queen of, like, that crossover queen status. I mean, it could be great, right? So, I mean, the question will come down to is if they're going to have some kind of like hybrid rules, potentially a whole new category of crossover fights could potentially formulate just based on this news, because I think a lot of people are also under the impression that if you just do a boxing fight, it's not going to be the same. So maybe we got to mix it up a little bit. Maybe Ronda's allowed to, or maybe the fighters will be allowed to fight standing up. Excuse me, and ground and pound. I could totally see that happen. Right? I mean, just think about it, guys. Like think about Katie Taylor and Ronda Rousey in the ring together, guys. Like, what kind of a fight would you want to see? Would you want to see boxing? Would you want to see MMA? Would you want to see a combination of both? Right? Because up until now, we do have crossover fights, but we haven't seen anything that encompasses both genres of combat sports into one. Right? I mean, if an MMA fighter is willing to relinquish their MMA capabilities and go one-sided into boxing to accommodate the other fighter, who most likely is a boxer, then it's a boxing fight. It's not an MMA fight. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather were to have gone in the octagon with Conor McGregor in the, let's say, they had a 10-round super fight, and for the first 5 rounds it was boxing, and for the next 5 rounds it was MMA style, Conor McGregor would destroy Floyd Mayweather. He would rip him to shreds. Mayweather would not have a chance. So, but then again, is that fair? Is it not fair? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fight, guys. You want to see a fight, or do you want to see a boxing fight, or do you want to see an MMA fight, or do you want to see a fight? So this is the question. This is what people are going to be wrestling with. This is like that whole. Like, I mean, you got to thank Jake Paul for all of this, guys. I mean, this could be big. And Netflix, if they can lock this in, they're going to have sole control to do as they please. They could be the next talk of the town. This could be also like an annual Netflix mega event. Can you imagine, guys? Every year, something big around the summertime comes, I mean, if you throw enough money at it, they're going to get lots and lots of people signing up for this. Combat sports in general is changing. It's shifting, okay? Streaming is becoming the new pay-per-view. It's no longer butts and chairs anymore. I mean, who cares? You could have an empty arena and still the guys are going to get paid. Why? Because it's all about the advertising dollars, okay? It's all about streaming. I mean, everyone's on their phones now. Nobody has to physically go into an arena. Mind you, it's a lot of fun to do that. It's an outing, it's an event, but if you don't live in the city where the event is taking place, there's a lot of complexity and effort that goes into attending one of these events. But now everybody can just stream off their phones, they can gamble off their phones, they can watch off their phones, they can do everything that they want on their phones. Right? And because of that, Netflix understands that, and they're tapping into this, and they want to start making fights that people are going to watch. Okay? So yeah, this fight news is wild, guys. Extremely risky for Ronda Rousey, but massive for Katie if they can pull this off. And it could be the biggest thing women's combat sports has seen in quite some time. And honestly, I think it's going to happen. It's going to be chaos, guys, if it does. What do you guys think? Is Ronda Rousey actually competitive in this type of an event against this kind of a fighter, or is this just a huge walking payday I mean, what rule sets would you also want to see? Like, how would you even frame this? How would you put this together? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments. Let me know. And please smash a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this. And before you go, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on who you guys would like to see in a potential super fight. You know, we don't necessarily have to talk about Ronda Rousey or Katie Taylor, but if there's any fighter, say in UFC or MMA, that could potentially fight a boxer, I would love to know who that would be. Or just let me know, like, who do you think would make for a good super fight? And let's talk about it. Anyways, guys, enjoyed my time. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll catch you guys on the next one.